I'm back. My goodness, guys. Seriously, I get really disheartened with these technical issues. I can't just catch a break. It's always something different. So I'm sorry. I'm doing my best to be here every Wednesday and Sunday. But with these technical things, man, just when I'm outside and I'm making a live through the cell phone, it might be a good thing because on the computer, you know, that sucks. If anybody is here with me already, let me know if you guys can hear me okay now because that sucks. Bill was complaining. Can you hear me, Ahmed? Is my voice static or it's okay? Now it's echo. Really? Anybody else is experiencing this other than Bill? There's an echo in my voice. There's no static now, but now there's an echo. That sucks, man. I'm really sorry to offer you such a poor quality live. I know. I just want to say that it means a lot that you guys are here, and I want you guys to have the best. But I've been suffering with lives because they never come out as I expect. That sucks. You know, I need to dedicate more time to making regular videos because lives are not working for me. They will one day. We just have to insist, right? I think I'll try to fix from time to time. Every live change something. That's the idea. But there were so many good questions in the other chat, and I ended up not taking notes, I guess. I don't know if I covered everything, but I think it's working all right. But yeah, a lot of things have been going on in Brazil, like this crazy weather, man. Unbelievable. 3 days of close to snow in the south. If you listen to your live stream, you should be able to hurt the static. Yeah, let me see. Let me see. I didn't try. Oh, this was the other one. I want to see exactly what is happening. It might be the microphone. I don't know. Let me just go back a little bit. Just go back a little bit. I don't hear any static. Not taking notes, I guess. I don't know if I covered different things. At my end, no. I think it's working now. No, for me. For me, it's clear, Bill. Oh. No, for me, there's no static. Apparently. But you know, something is, I'm noticing now, the camera is bugged, isn't it? The one before. Okay, I will listen. But now is that my impression or the camera is bugged? Like the screen is okay, no, it's back. No, it's not. That's weird. The image is like divided in two. You guys are having the same thing? My God, I can't catch a break with this issues. Are you guys having the same problem? Like the camera cuts like this and this part of my bookcase appearing on the other side? Yeah, because look at what I'm having here. It's divided. Take a look. So maybe it's my cell phone. Sounds like you're in a cave. Yeah, I got that feeling. You have some background thing, but okay. I'm really sorry. I hope it doesn't get annoying to the point that you guys don't want to be here. I hope this doesn't bother you to this point. If it does, let me know. I will stop the streaming and I'll go back when I have everything figured out because it's useless, right, for me to present myself here and things don't work. I got frustrated enough when I received Luciano, right? Remember the other time I had Luciano as my guest, nothing worked as expected. So it was a very nice conversation. We were sharing some interesting ideas, but it didn't work. Good. I'm happy now. Happy that it's working. So guys, I'm gonna invest more on the walking vlogs. Okay, now that I discovered a way to have hands free when I'm walking on the street. Um, I'm gonna be in Jardins next time. So tomorrow I'll be filming Pinheiros. So please follow me on Instagram because Instagram I post things that you normally don't see here. Okay, so if I were you, I would go to Instagram and follow there. Also, I want to ask you to follow the channel Portuguese with Mark Saint. Don't forget. As soon as I'm done with these books, because I finished the fourth book of the series yesterday, tomorrow I start writing the fifth and last book of the course. And in 11 days, the course will be over. And then I'm going to edit the books and then I start working with the digital form. But you guys, if you guys are interested in learning Portuguese, you can already enroll yourselves. You can send me a direct message on Instagram. Follow this profile, Portuguese with Mark Saint. Also, I will start working on the channel tonight. I think I'll post the history of the Brazilian, the Portuguese language. It's gonna be the same video that I posted here on Brazilian Subtitle, but I'm gonna post on the other one because the video was really good, at least in my opinion. And I text you, but you didn't answer my messages. When did you do that, man? When did you do that? Sometimes I just go past and I'm sorry, but normally I answer them. I try to answer them as fast as I can. But if you don't get an answer, wait. Sometimes I just have time to see this at the end of the days. But I try. I promise you, I try to follow and answer all the questions that I receive. Okay. Yes, please do. Please do. I will answer you. Right? Because sometimes one or another message might pass. Okay. So as I was saying, follow me there on Portuguese with Mark Saint if you guys are interested in learning the language, and also the channel on YouTube. Okay. So I'm gonna have two channels to work with. All right. So tomorrow I'll be filming Pinheiros, second part. Don't miss it, especially if you are planning to invest in Brazil or visit the city of São Paulo. Pinheiros is my suggestion for you to stay. I liked Vila Olímpia, Vila Madalena, but Pinheiros is another level. As an American friend of mine said, I noticed that some parts of Vila Olímpia, there was no nightlife during the week because, or at least the weekend. I think you said the weekend. Because normally the people who go there are the people who work in the area and they enjoy the night there. But if you go to Pinheiros is bustling streets during the day, a very strong nightlife during the night. So you guys need to go and learn about Pinheiros. It is not up. Cannot subscribe. Really? Let me see if I can put the link here. Just a second, guys. Thank you for that, Bill. Look, these messages are very important that you guys help me make it things better, you know? Portuguese with Mark Saint. Let's see if the channel appears. It won't appear because it doesn't have content, so the algorithm consider it like invisible, right? But hold on a second, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna post a link here, guys. So I'm gonna copy the link, check it out. Can you access from there? My girlfriend is from Rio Grande do Sul, and I visited before, so it's at the area of Brazil I'm most familiar. Very nice. Yeah, that's very interesting. How is the situation there? You talk to her a lot, I believe. So have things gotten better? Because everything I know is from the news. I'd like to know from a person who lives there, right? What city is she from, first of all? If it's Porto Alegre, how are things going there? Because after the flood, you know, I know that for a while the media covered us as always, right? And after some time, people they just disappear. The link is working. Thank you. So guys, subscribe to this channel for you to learn Brazilian Portuguese with me. Uh, if not with classes, at least through the channel. I promise you, I have created a method that has helped me teach the English language for Brazilians in 17 months, and it's been working. It's been doing wonders with Americans to learn the Portuguese. Believe me, I have students with 4 months. They are asking and answering questions, and it's incredible because the number of vocabulary that I teach, the quantity of information that I give is incredible. So I will be posting things very soon, okay? As soon as I'm done with my book, just 11 more days. Please be patient with me. 11 more days, and then you see this channel here full of content, and the Portuguese with Mark Saint as well, full of content. Thank you, Tisha. It's good to see you here tonight. You have written before, but because of the problems, I couldn't answer you. So how are you? How is your shoulder? How is the recovery? Thanks, guys, for being here. It means a lot. So ask me anything you guys want to ask. You have 16 people. Yeah, I have 16 subscribers, guys. Run there and help this number pump, please. It means a lot. Let's make this channel become popular as well. So the first video I'm gonna post is about the history of the Portuguese language. If you guys haven't watched here, thank you, Bill. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. If you haven't watched the history of the Portuguese language here on this channel, or if you have, please watch it there again. Even if you don't follow, just play and let it roll, because this way the channel will start becoming visible for the algorithm. I'm already working on an intro for the channel, some interesting things to show you guys, so you won't regret it. I really want to have big plans, guys, for both of this channel and the other one. And they will walk along, you know? You will see. I will be producing content for these two channels. Is there anything that you guys have heard about Brazil this week you want to ask if it's true? I'm here for that. A lot of people have sent me messages asking me about the tragic airplane accident that we had here in Brazil. I don't know if you guys heard. it was true, of course. People ask me what happened. Basically, what I can tell you on this is that there was this plane that flew from Cascavel, which is Paraná, to São Paulo, and it was supposed to land in my hometown of Guarulhos, where they have an international airport. But unfortunately, the airplane fell before it could do so in a small county called Vinhedo, which is on the outskirts of the city, and victimized the 62 people. That's completely horrible, but it was true. It happened, of course. Some people ask me if it was sabotage. Investigation is still taking place. It's not common. It's the first accident in 17 years, guys, in Brazil. We spent 17 years without having a minor or a major accident. Minor, they happen a lot, especially with small commercial flights, right? One or two people on the plane, but not something medium like this or big. So 17 years without a problem. So it was horrible. My shoulder is getting better. Thank you. Almost 1 year soon. Yeah, I completed 1 year in the month of July. You know, and I will tell you, Tisha, I have 3 pins on my shoulder now, like the plastic ones. I feel pain during the winter. Incredible. People say that because they dilate, right? But I feel pain. It's not something that makes me, oh my God, I need some painkiller, but it bothers, depending on the movement that I make, it hurts. My girlfriend is from Viamão, Osama, moving to Brazil in 2025. Very nice, man. Where are you gonna live? A lot of people are moving to Brazil, man. This is something that is impressive, let me tell you. And people from everywhere, from Africa, from North America, Europe. What is the purpose of moving to Brazil, Osama? Can you share with us? Why have you decided to do that? And how are you moving? Is it on a what kind of visa are you using? My girlfriend is from Viamão, and while her town wasn't flooded, many surrounding areas, you see the cold weather are still recovering. Yeah, Royce, it's gonna take a while, right? I have promised you guys, I'm gonna make a video about Rio Grande do Sul. I'm gonna come here and show you what's the situation today. Because you guys heard me in the first semester talk about all the disaster, and then we had that very nice funding. You guys participated, thank you so much. If not contributing with money, at least you were there with me. So we raised 7,000 reais for Rio Grande do Sul, money that was transferred directly to the victims through many NGOs and through people that were really residents and they were working with them. So I'm gonna make a video now to show what the situation is like today, right? Because a lot of people ask me, hey, I want to know what is happening there now. Because here in the US or in Europe or in Africa or in Asia, we don't receive much information about Rio Grande do Sul. So it's on the line for the production, okay? The purpose for residency in Brazil, I am a U.S. military veteran, very nice. $2,000 a month for my situation. Oh, and Osama, so you are coming to Brazil on that retirement visa. Is that correct? I'm pretty much sure that it's this, because I'm helping an American guy from Texas as well to get his visa, his retirement visa or pension. When we say retirement, guys, it's not only for the old people. The Brazilian government is interested to know if you have a pension. That is the minimum $2,000. If you do, it's okay. Uh, Even Luciano from the other channel, from the lawyers, Oliveira Lawyers, he mentioned that he had a client. The guy was 30 something years old and he got the retirement visa because of the pension that he already had. So, very nice. Is there a better time for you than Wednesdays? You have to set a regular time every week without failure. I think Wednesdays is my best time, Bill. Let's make it happen. The only problem is that the live streamings have to start at 8. Okay, so I'm making it official with you guys. 8 p.m. Brasilia time. So please check the computer for you to see what time it is in your region or in your country. 8 p.m. Brasilia time on Wednesdays. The only thing that I ask you is for your patience, because I would like to come here and put on, make a great show for you guys. Like share the screen, show you news, pieces of videos, but I have to understand that this is what I have for today. The computer doesn't take so much, so many heavy things, and the memory sucks. So it's not gonna work. I have to do this like I'm doing with you guys. But of course, I can bring topics for discussion every live, and I can inform you in advance, okay? And please come with your questions, come with your stories, with your comments. But I ask for your patience. As soon as I have enough money for me to invest in a better computer, I will make the best live you have ever seen. With intros, you will be entertained for 60 minutes or more. That's my idea. A neighborhood within São Paulo would you consider upper middle class? Everything that is, not everything, Tisha, but most neighborhoods in the south. I would say Pinheiros. I would say Vila Olímpia, Vila Madalena. What else? Pinheiros, Vila Olímpia, Vila Madalena. Jardins. Upper to rich, okay? Jardins. When we say Jardins, it has a Jardim Paulista, Jardins another name, I don't remember, but it's a bunch of jardins, so high to rich. Paraíso has nice places as well. Vila Mariana is upper, the place where you stayed, right, Tisha, when you came? Vila Mariana is. Ibirapuera, guys, no, it's not high, it's rich areas. Santo Amaro, depending on the region, is rich. Moema, did I mention Moema? Moema is rich. Moema is upper, okay? But they have rich as well. Bear in mind that most of these neighborhoods I mentioned, they are kind of old. So they have old constructions as well. This is something I said during my video today. Too bad I won't be able to use the footage, because I showed buildings that were pretty modern. Seriously, watch the second part of the Pinheiros when I film it tomorrow. It's probably gonna come out, if not tomorrow, Friday or Saturday. I promise you. Watch, because guys, the design. I've been to Chile before. I've been to Europe before. When I was in Europe, I saw some specific building designs that I see in Pinheiros. The guys are using this. If I look at the building facade for a minute, I forget I am in Brazil, because it's so beautiful. It looks so foreign, believe me. I wanted to stop for a while and just admire, because it's so beautiful. And I walked past a building that had fountains and gardens, and my God, the reception of the building was just in glass, and it was an apartment building. Fantastic. Pinheiros is, So far, I say this about a lot of places, but Pinheiro so far is my favorite place. Incredible. And another thing that I said during the video today is that when I am walking and making the vlogs, I feel like a tourist in my own city because the city is so big, guys, so big. Uh, I don't know everything, and there are places that I used to know, and I go today, and they are so different. I'm gonna put on another sweater if you don't mind, because seriously, I feel the temperature dropping significantly. Jonathan, my American friend, said, Brazilians don't know what cold means because he's from New York, you know? Yeah, I don't know what cold means because this is already cold for me. 6 degrees is already too cold. My goodness. Okay, Osama, just another thing. Uh, you're 30 years old. You're a boy, man. 30 years old. Why Brazil? Any specific reason for you to choose? I know everybody has their own reasons, but I want to hear from you because I'm listening to a lot of people and making up my own conclusion, you know, based on what I hear. Because a lot of people ask me, hey, what's going on with Brazil? Like the number of tourists, foreigners visiting is higher and higher. And I even saw a report about this that Brazil is breaking records in visits. So visitors are coming in numbers here. So you guys are seeing something that we are not, you know, some information you guys are having that we are not having here. HPM is 7 in, okay, in the US. Right. I forgot where you're from, Bill, in the US. Is this Virginia? I forgot. Yeah. Yeah, it has to be 8 p.m. because I have a class from 7 until 8. So I finish my class and I start the live every Wednesday nights. I promise you I won't put any appointment at this time. So I will see you on Wednesdays and I will try to follow that idea. Oh, Detroit, wonderful. Michigan. I will try to follow that idea that I proposed the other live. Wednesdays will be here with you guys talking about whatever you want. Sundays I will try to be outside every Sunday, but it's gonna be let's say 3 p.m. every Sunday at 3 p.m. It used to be later on, but as I want to go outside and show you things live, I have to do something like this earlier so that I can come back and still have time to relax because Monday morning, 7 a.m., I'm working and working hard. So it has to be earlier. I hope you guys can make it and be with me 3 p.m. Brazil time. Okay? So Sundays will be outdoors, Wednesday nights will be indoors. So there's a better quality of life around. I love the pride Brazilians. The pride Brazilians have for Brazil culture. Yes. There are two sides of the coin, okay, Osama? Let me be honest with you. There are Brazilians who love Brazil like me. One day I thought I didn't, and I was wrong. And my love just rekindled. There was a time that I was so pissed off at the politicians and the bad things that I saw taking shape that I decided not to care about Brazil anymore. And I was always trying to find a way to go abroad. And nowadays, no. Nowadays, I'm in love with this country again because I understand, because I grew mature, of course. I understand that the country should not suffer for their leaders' mistakes. You know, you hate the leader, you don't hate the land, you don't hate the people. Um, so I'm gonna tell you that there are people who love Brazil like me, and there are people who hate Brazil. At least they say they don't like Brazil, and I'm talking about Brazilians. And there are people who love to hate Brazil, and I believe this is very, very real. Some people say I don't like Brazil, but try to badmouth Brazil in front of this guy. You're gonna find yourself a problem. So it's like this. On the surface, they say I don't like Brazil. Deep inside, they love it, and they don't want anybody else to be criticizing their country. There's even a joke that says the only ones who can criticize Brazil are the Brazilians. Don't try to do that because you're going to find yourself a fight. They will probably go at you. Uh, uh, I mean, not physically, okay, but they will argue with you because there was even a commercial I remember. Brazilians say, this doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. And then an American, yeah, I agree. Hey, what are you talking about? So when a person from abroad tries to complain about the country, then you have a fight, you have a problem. But yeah, I love this country, man. I see a lot of positive things. There are a lot of negative things, but nowadays I think, what can I do to change, to improve my land, to improve my country? What is my contribution, right? I remember there was a very famous sentence: "Don't ask what your country can do for you." Was that John Kennedy? Ask what you can do for your country. This is me nowadays. What can I do for my country? Right? I always remember Ayrton Senna, who for me was the biggest Brazilian in the modern times, right? He was a patriot when it was very hard to be a patriot. It was very hard to be a patriot and love Brazil at that time. I'm talking about the end of the 80s. And Ayrton Senna would kick the butts of his opponents inside the racing. He was a race car driver, right? A Formula One driver. And at the end of the competition, he would stop the car in front of the crowd, go there and ask for a flag. And he would take another lap with his car, exhibiting the flag to the world. So if you guys want to learn what I'm talking about, check the streaming services. They have documentaries on Ayrton Senna. At least here we have a lot. So I always have him as a model. I think, how can I be like Senna? Because he was not just waving the flag. He made a lot of money at the time. He was probably the richest athlete in the world. And he was running for Williams at the time as well. And his name was very well mentioned for going to Ferrari. So he used a big part of his money to invest in social causes in Brazil, right? To help kids have a better education. Amazing. So basically, what can you do for your country, right? Tisha says, for me here, Brazil is being shown more prevalently, especially in sports. So I visited and I fell in love with the people, culture, and the variety of people. I don't know if you guys know this story. I was getting ready to immigrate to Canada before the pandemic. And it didn't work. The pandemic came, and then I remember the dollar blew up, and suddenly I didn't have enough money. And, I believe everything that has a purpose. God didn't want me to go. He said, you gotta stay there. That's your place. And I started dedicating more time for the channel because I already had it. And I started producing more and more videos. And the funny thing, I started getting to know more foreigners. Suddenly, I looked at my cell phone and I had a Babel tower, people from all over. And I heard people from the place where I was going, which was Vancouver, saying, hey, I would exchange. Vancouver any day to São Paulo, or I would exchange Vancouver to São Paulo any day. So I started seeing the other side of the spectrum. It was a way for me that God was showing me, come on, take a look. The grass is always greener on the other side. You have to value the things that you have. So I started looking at my country differently, say, hey, but I was gonna go because for educational purposes. My idea was to have a second graduation course, this time in economics. But I got the message, you know. I cannot tell you how much I love bossa nova music. Yeah, me too, Bill. Me too. Try MPB as well, Brazilian popular music. MPB, música popular brasileira. MPB. How much is an average dinner for one person in Brazilian real? Dinner, man. If you're asking about like ordering food, it depends on what you order. Normally $30. You find some complete dishes like rice, beans, and egg and a steak and salad for 27. During the day, if you go around, if you work in the city, for example, and you want to have a decent meal, you find there's a place close to my house that make takeouts. 10 reais. You can have rice, beans, sausage, and some potatoes. Right, $10, man. $10 is nothing. Sometimes you have for 13. Sometimes you have, depending on the dish. For me and Manu, for example, for us to have lunch before she goes to class, I pay $22, and I have the takeout, and it's enough food sometimes to have dinner. So, like on Wednesday, she has feijoada with me. So feijoada, you guys know, it's pork with sausages and beans a lot, and rice and kale and banana. Guys, the mix of banana. I'm talking to you, my mouth is watering. The mix of banana with the salty food is delicious. Seriously, you should try. Oh my God, the food in Brazil is outstanding. But they fry the banana, but first of all, they use breadcrumbs. Is that the word? You transform into a flour, and then you cover it, and then you fry it. I don't know the name, I forgot. Breadcrumb, the banana. Don't know if this is the name. We call it a milanesa because it comes from Milan, Italy. But basically, with $20, you can eat well for a meal. If you're going out for dinner, you're gonna pay a little bit more, even if it's just one person. Okay. If you want to eat more, if you want to, for example, there is a dish I like called virado a paulista. Virado a paulista. Guys, I'm so hungry. Virado a paulista is a delicious plate as well, a delicious dish, sorry, here in São Paulo. It tends to be a little more expensive, so $32 you're gonna pay, but you're gonna eat for you to feel satisfied enough. Okay. Yeah, food, guys. Another good video to make, talk more about food. Is that correct? You guys would love to see this, probably. Food and their prices. Take notes on this. I have a list already of so many things you guys have suggested. So like I could visit restaurants. And show dishes and prices in São Paulo. Good idea. I'm friends with the owner of a small restaurant here. So, and prices. So that's for sure. He would give me space for me to film there. Another video I'm planning to make very soon is about the cost of living updated cost of living of São Paulo. Does São Paulo have any beaches, Osama? Yes, we do. If you look at the map of São Paulo, too bad I cannot share the screen and show you guys. Let me see if I can show you the idea. There was always this rivalry, not anymore, but between Cariocas and Paulistas. Cariocas are people from Rio, you guys might know. That, oh, São Paulo doesn't have beaches. We do. It's just not in the city, like Los Angeles, like Sydney, like Rio, for that matter. But we do have. It's something like that. And then you have Rio. I hope you guys cannot hear my stomach growling. Take a look. So this is the map of São Paulo. Look at this. São Paulo is exactly like this. Okay? This is the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean. All this is a coast. Look at that. Here is Paraná. So this is the south. This is Minas Gerais, big state here. MG, Minas Gerais. This is the coast of São Paulo. And what state is this? Do you guys know? Rio. This is the state of Rio de Janeiro. So you can drive all the way to Rio from here. And you can decide to go to the south coast, for example, of São Paulo, which is the closest. It's about 50 minutes by car. And drive all the coast until Rio. Just through the coast. All this is a beach. So, Osama, I really recommend you to go check my videos on the channel. Go to the lists. Try to find the beach, the videos about the beaches. I have videos in the south coast of São Paulo. Very nice videos. I had a long live last month because it was my mother-in-law's birthday. So she lives at the beach. We went to visit her. There is a place called, take a look, São Sebastião. It's north, it's not south of the country. I'm gonna make a video there one day. May God allow. São Sebastião, Litoral Norte. Litoral Norte, it means north coast in Portuguese. Okay, Litoral Norte. Well, São Sebastião is beautiful. Another beautiful place is called Ilha Bela. I have a video in Ilha Bela, which means the beautiful island in Portuguese. And another one that my daughter loves, and so do we, it's called Ubatuba. Ubatuba. Ubatuba is the last set of beaches before Rio de Janeiro, before the city of Paraty. Ubatuba is my choice. If I could buy a house now in the coast of São Paulo, Ubatuba would be the place. I have a video there. Go check it out. You will understand. I got an Airbnb there, close to 3 beaches. Basically, it's the arm of an island, and the Airbnb was in the middle. So left we had a beach, right we had another beach, here we had another beach. Fantastic. Ubatuba is outstanding. Ilha Bela is considered one of the most beautiful coasts of Brazil. Of course, the Northeast is better. If you check the beaches of the Northeast, they are incredible. Alagoas, for example, is amazing. There's a place called Maragogi. Check these places on the internet, please. Alagoas is the state, Maragogi is the city. You guys are gonna fall in love. It looks like the Caribbean, okay, with crystal blue waters. Unbelievable. You need residency to open a bank account in São Paulo. Directly at the branches, at the agencies of the bank, yes. I have heard of one bank which is a branch of Santander in a specific location of São Paulo that does not require, but I just heard a guy saying this. I trust him very much, by the way, but I don't know. I've never tried it. Okay, so I really don't know. You need to have one because if you need get loans and stuff, you need to prove your bonds with Brazil, right? But I have a video I made about digital banks, online banks. It worked for a lot of people. It's also not working for a lot of other people, but I'm coming with a new video on this, with a new alternative that have been tested in some Americans, and they could open the bank and they could even send a Pix. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Let's see if you follow my channel because I made a video about a Pix. It's a very successful video, by the way. They can even send a Pix with this account. So I will come with a new video about this very soon. Ah, nice. Restaurant suggestions, Tisha, on the Rua Vergueiro. Okay. You're Flor do Paraíso. I know what you're talking about. That region, Tisha, but that would be a good video, restaurant suggestions. That neighborhood, Tisha, Paraíso, has a lot of amazing things. It has a jazz bar. It has mini university bars, yeah, bars that are normally attended by university students. They have a lot of bars like this. So it's really popular with beautiful young people, you know, restaurant suggestions. I talked about food and now I'm super hungry. Because it's almost 10 o'clock. My God, time flies. Almost 10 p.m. I'm going to stop really soon, okay, guys? Need to grab a bite to eat. Today was a very busy day. Wassam said, hello, olá, boa noite, amigo. Boa noite, meu querido. Como vai? Como estão as coisas? How are things going at your end? Almost every day. What kind of food did you eat, Tisha? Rice and beans, the regular Brazilian? People always ask me, do I always eat rice and beans when I go to São Paulo? São Paulo is the capital of gastronomy. At least that's what I have heard. It has received the prizes on this. So we have food from all over the world. So we have Chinese, we have Japanese, Thai, you name it, Caribbean. However, French, there are a lot of French Michelin restaurants here, a lot, you know. But Brazilians really love Brazilian food. They eat new things, of course, but on a regular basis, Brazilians love Brazilian food. I did order feijoada, but they did not have it that day. You gotta try them. When you come, let me know. I will suggest or take you to a very nice place that my family and I go and have feijoada. Oh my God. It's just amazing. You guys are torturing me with this food subject. I'm kidding. But I'm hungry, you know. You guys have dinner normally there back in your countries? Because here in Brazil, of course, there are exceptions, right? But normally Brazilians have a very normal breakfast, very simple breakfast. It would be bread and or a French roll and butter or jelly, right? Eggs in the morning as well, but nothing so big, you know, like the British. They even eat salad in the morning. And lunch tends to be stronger, and then dinner as well. Some people are skipping dinner for health issues, but it's normally something that we do. I love to have dinner. Mark, what do you like to do for fun? Man, I like reading. I'm a nerd. I like reading. I would say a lot, but in the past a few months or years, because I've been writing my own courses, so I haven't read as much as I wanted. But I love comic books. I'm a big fan of the Batman. All these comic books I think I've already mentioned are from the Batman. I have a collection, a small collection. I love comic books in general, and I love to read in English because it's a way for me to practice my English constantly. So I read Marvel, I read DC Comics. I love movies, series. I just finished watching uh, House of House of Dragon, no, Game of Thrones, because I always heard the good things about the show, but I never had the desire to start watching. Once I did, I fell in love. So I finished the whole 7 seasons, and I'm always watching a movie. At least my day sometimes it starts at 4 in the morning, guys, and I go up until 10, 10:30. So when I finish earlier, I try to watch a movie, or sometimes at 10 I will watch a movie. Like last night, I watched a very good movie called Coherence on Prime Video. Good suggestion if you guys like quantum physics, or at least this kind of movie mix with realistic theories. Watch this movie. Fantastic. Coherence. Other things that I like, you always see, Bill. I like riding bicycle. I also play basketball, even though I look like a dwarf. I'm just a 5'8", I guess, 5'8", or 170 m, 170. And I'm not a tall guy, unfortunately. I love volleyball. I love soccer. Too bad I haven't been practicing this last two. And what else? I love wall climbing, but I haven't practiced. This is something that is, those resolutions, New Year resolutions. I had one for this year, which was to start climbing up walls for fun. There is a very important and famous gym in São Paulo called Casa de Pedra, or the Stone House. They have gigantic walls that you guys can practice this modality. Living in São Paulo, you don't need a car. You're absolutely right. I live in São Paulo, I don't have a car. I used to, I sold it. Because I told my wife, let's have a metropolitan life. Like we see in the movies. You need something, go to the subway. Call the Uber. So I don't need a car. Do I miss it? Yes. Sometimes I want to visit my parents in Guarulhos. And when I had a car, it was really good. Sometimes I want to go to the outskirts of the city. When I had a car, it was better. I want to go to the South Coast where my mother-in-law lives. It was good when I had a car. But these things are manageable, right? You can always get the bus, rent a car. I just learned about an app we have in São Paulo. I think it's called Auto. It's AWTO, like to sound like auto. That you can be walking on the street. There is a park the car there. You can open the car and use it. I know that it's common in Germany and in Europe, maybe in the US as well, but it's coming to São Paulo now. So it's something I haven't had the time to experiment, to try, but I'm planning. I'm planning to do that, to check, because if this is possible, it's not that expensive. Oh my God, the possibilities are so high because I'll start traveling more. But I like the transportation in São Paulo. Just follow my advice and avoid the time between 5 and 6 p.m. on normal days, on weekdays. Like I left Pinheiros at 5:30, having to pick up Manu in another neighborhood at 6:30. And I was almost squashed inside the train. I even try to film people going down and up a tunnel, walking. Guys, the population of that tunnel is bigger than many small countries somewhere there. Incredible how many people there are in São Paulo. And people just keep going into the train, and there's a moment they stop, of course. It's not like in Tokyo, Japan, that they keep pushing people inside, you know. But it was so full, man, so full. I don't remember the last time that I got on the train and it was that packed, you know. And the funny thing, when I started my class with my student, she said, Mark, I got so much traffic. I just arrived in my house in time for the class. And I said, Jesus, so the train was packed. The tunnels of the subway system were packed. And at the same time, traffic was unbelievable. You know, 13 million people in the city. That's the answer. Right? Guys, it's 10 o'clock, 10:05 right now. I want to call it a night. Thank you so much for being here. I want to apologize for all the problems again. Be patient with me. I promise you, I'm not the kind of guy who sits and watches things play out. I'm the kind of guy who interacts, who goes for it, who fights to improve things. And you're going to have very good quality on this channel. This, I promise you. Thank you very much for all the support you give. Tomorrow I will be in Pinheiros. If you follow me on Instagram, you will see me making shorts, stories there, showing you things that won't come to the channel. So if I were you, I would definitely follow me on Instagram as well. And for the ones there that are members of the channel, you will receive exclusive content. I created exclusive content for the other video. I just didn't have time to post them because then again, I'm just finishing a Brazilian Portuguese course that takes up most of my time. Writing books is not easy. It requires a lot of dedication, a lot of creativity, and sometimes I have to leave a few things aside. But as I am on the last book now, 11 more days and life will be different. This I promise you. Thank you very much. If you guys don't have any extra questions, I'm gonna call it a night because I'm starving now. And it's always a pleasure to have you here with me. God bless you all. Good night, Tisha. Thank you so much. It's time for me to prepare for work. Wonderful. Thank you very much for everything. Oh, be safe with this hurricane thing. I didn't know you guys were expecting a hurricane there. Be safe and keep me posted on your situation there, all right? Guys, thank you so much. God bless you all. And I'll see you on Sunday, 3 p.m. Please be there. I don't want to talk to the walls. I will be outside, filming from outside, okay? Thank you very much. Bye-bye, guys.